And it right at Drees. J-Naps. Going for the air dribble play. Can he get the double tap? It's out to Chicago, who will finish it off, and G2 will take the early lead.
And you see First Killer, he's on his way back. Turtle's trying to stop that carry from J-Naps, and you can tell First Killer at least thought that pass was off. But Drees had two people on Rogue, just in shambles in the net. Another demo, another shot. Third can't reach it. It's Chicago picking up the goal.
Seems like G2 executing their game plan. J-Naps wiping the floor with Taroko.
It's been all G2 on offense and defense. Just like that, J-Naps cutting out that passing lane.
We see a chance,
though. And Taroko gets a goal. Go ahead for Rogue, but they still need one to tie it up.
And it's possible. We've seen it happen. Everyone going to be keeping their eyes on Rogue this kickoff to see if they bring out a set piece. We've seen fake kickoffs work before. And there you see Turo hitting the brakes, trying to get the ball airborne. But it doesn't work out, and G2 is going to score. They're getting right where they need to be. They're pre-jumping, filling in the lane, and even Drees not falling for that play. First Killer tried to fake him. Drees calls the bluff.
And you can see the smiles on G2. Your First Killer did go for it, but Drees did not bite. He says, no, I see an open net. Sends that the other way for G2.
And you see another save coming out from G2. Chicago sees an opening, and he strikes.
Caught out again. You have to have somebody back against G2. If they see an open net, the ball's heading that way. Pickpockets from Rogue.
Rogue, they wanted to activate First Killer, but so far, the plan has not worked out. G2 keeps it out. G2's defense holding strong, but it's still being challenged. A far pull shot from Taroko will give Rogue a lead.
There's Taroko, top left slot on the shot. When he hits those, you better start watching out. Beautiful awareness and reaction.
Pass here could do something. Turo in a race against Chicago. Chicago tipping it by multiple players. J-Naps with the shot behind the defender. G2 tie it up in the final minute.
This is so good from G2, especially from J-Naps. He knows Taroko's coming in fast. Delayed shot to the right side, and that's how you catch.
Net First Killer will clear it off to the side. Drees lets it through. First Killer with the pop. Chicago looking for J-Naps. J-Naps off the backboard. J-Naps! The superhero for G2.
Look at this follow-up. J-Naps, superstar striker, finishes the first series there for G2. Great to Taroko, and goal line save. After goal line save happening in the start here for Rogue, Chicago will finally push it into the back of the net. G2's pressure cannot be stopped.
Eventually that wall's gonna crumble, and G2 just put shot after shot on target, and they refused to rotate out. You saw how many series.
Yeah, you can see everyone on G2. They are all in top shape, but Taroko with that 50 pinch right in your net for Rogue to tie.
Yeah, Drees decided to go up that back wall there and gave First Killer the opportunity for a slight nudge, which put Drees just far enough away from that ball for Taroko to get a wide open look and tie this ball game up.
This one, a lot better here for Rogue. Kickoff goal, First Killer. Cheats up perfectly for this one.
And that's not a player you want to give an open look to. First Killer now sees that ball go into the back of the net. It's like putting a high-level shooter at the free throw line.
There's J-Naps again on the sidewall, but this is Turo. Tries to go for a backboard play, but Drees is there. Long clear. Taroko, I don't know if you have to read there. J-Naps will pick it up, and G2 tie.
And you just see this ball barely kiss the ceiling, and J-Naps all the way downfield, getting a boost steal, and ball basically falls in his lap. Good.
And somehow Drees was able to fit a camel through the eye of a needle. That was something else.
On the goal line. Turo just keeping the pressure here, and little confusion from G2 here as the team bump opens up the waters there.
are up by 1, but I still think G2 have a chance to bring this one back. First killer looking for the double sprint down. Soroko's gonna clean it up, and that's a big 2-goal lead for Rogue.
This was massive for Rogue. This really was, because like you said, Daz, you're thinking that G2 might be able to wiggle their way back into it, but first killer with
both goals that have extended this lead for Rogue. We've seen double commits from G2, and that's a great pass from first killer, keeping it away from Chicago, and Turo keeping this game out of reach.
First killer can't score, he'll just set up the play. Look at that touch. That's his 3rd assist. Turo with the cleanup here.
In game 3 of the second series to show up. Now, first game of this series, they're putting in 5. Rogue have a shot.
This one, they're just keeping this one up at this point. It hits the ground. It's still scoreless, but G2, we're seeing them connect on their pass plays moving upfield, and we are seeing open looks at the net like the one Chicago just had. But Turo still gonna put this one in for Rogue.
Oh, just a nice little soft tap to put a change up on the speed behind this ball, and Chicago flying right on by Bit, thinking he's gonna put a little more heat behind that.
Yeah, and I like that play from Turo. He's just getting up there, making sure that Chicago can't clear it out of the zone. Ends up getting the tap in the net. Things going Rogue's way. I mean, they can't control whether Chicago...
He missed it. He missed it.
What?
There's nothing really to say other than what?
You just gotta let that one go.
Daz, and still all tied up, but I really feel like this game is being played. Oh, where's G2?
Oh, another huge mistake. You see, Chicago probably should have left that. He probably should have just left that for JNaps, who was coming in. And you saw what...
Rogue with the lead again, and almost looking to add on, and that can first killer put this around him. Turo, he's got the cleanup. The off-speed touch from Turo.
Just putting Chicago on ice skates and sliding right on by. Slow it up, just a soft tap, and Turo making it look.
But Rogue right now have all the control.
They need to score on this drive if they want a realistic chance. And with that going in the back of the net, it is going to make things even harder for G2, as Rogue putting on a clinic, getting 5 goals in game number 1, and it's looking like 4 here in game number 2.
I don't think they're going to take a timeout after this one.
I think they should. I mean, yeah, you're down, and you're going to have to pull off a reverse sweep. Pretty little goal there at the end for JNaps, but ultimately not going to amount to anything in this series. But I'm really impressed with Rogue's ability to not only really slow down the gameplay in this series, but also getting everyone involved like you were talking about, Daz.
So game 3 already live, and a goal line save, but another one, no. Drees will put it in, and G2 start off on the lead.
Yeah, this is a great carry there off of the ceiling, and good save on the goal line, but not good.
It's above the crossbar, and it's torture.
Oh, your camera just spins in. Oh no, they got caught out again, and Turo gonna finish the job for Rogue. Great heads up play from first killer to send it all the way downfield.
Turo just there, he's waiting, and this is another waiting for that mistake. You can see Rogue, they're comfortable with clearing the ball downfield because they know G2 haven't really, with the space they have, they haven't been able to work, and Subi called it on the money. Drees to give G2 the lead again.
Yeah, this pass was nasty from JNaps, using that corner as an extra teammate, and Drees going back door on that shot. Good heads up play to put that
ball out to the middle.
Oh, Drees looking for JNaps. That's a high shot.
Oh!
Corner it down. JNaps strikes again.
Upper 90. He calls it. He sees it. He hits it. JNaps from midfield.
Goodness.
Thank goodness, up in the air, and Chicago gets back to the goal line.
That wasn't the prettiest of defensive plays from G2, but they still survive, and they kickstart a counter. That passing play from G2 rearing its head yet again.
Yeah, you see Turin too trying to get that touch out. He knows that G2 are going to have a pass from that, and he can't stop it. I know G2, Subi said it himself. They break that magic number of 2 goals. They're going to put on 5 this game, and Chicago puts in the 5th.
Oh my goodness. G2 just running the field right now. Rogue had 0 answers this game, and boys, we got ourselves a series.
Yeah, we really do. And G2, you thought they might be laying down here, but that timeout, that has proved to really help them get their bearings. And now the momentum's starting to shift. G2, can they do it again, though? Because this is the only game where they've managed to score more than 2 goals, whereas Rogue's offense has shown that they...
This one's so important for them. They could, if they do it right, they have everything in their hands going into Game 5 for them to close it out in the easiest fashion. J-Naps with the carry! J-Naps! And the knapsack is back!
Oh, baby, he is back as ever and getting highlight reel goal after highlight reel goal. He is making his mark on this series.
Behind when they go for the touches on the ball, and they look so uncomfortable on the press.
It looks like they're forcing a great pass from Chicago off of the ceiling, dropping it down from the heavens.
And you see this play more and more and more, where you know you've got that defender coming in behind you, just blast it off the ceiling. There's a good...
We'll get the save there. Rogue set in net. G2 have to work to pull him out. Chicago is doing that work. He gets it past 2, set up for J-Naps again. They just keep going. G2 up by 3.
They can do no wrong. Chicago keeps the play alive. Nice little soft tap out to the box, and J-Naps finishing it off for good measure.
Up. We're going to a Game 5. Final play here on Utopia Coliseum is going to end whenever this ball hits the ground. But my goodness, G2 are going to take this one, and as we just got word, there's going to be a timeout for Rogue.
You know, I honestly feel like they should have taken it before this game. After that,
Chicago, again, G2 trying to keep up with that possession. Streets have this. He's taking his time, looks for a ball, and Turin picking up the ball. J-Naps picks it up, and G2 on the board.
he just turns ball cam off, sees first killer in net, and then he doesn't see him again. Turo left between a rock and a hard place, and J-Naps.
Even when they have a moment of room, G2 make it work. Rogue are trying here. Maybe a chance for Turin. Shot! Turo on the top right corner.
G2 left stranded like deer in headlights here, all on the goal line, staring at this bullet coming from Turo.
Oh, first killer sends that one into midfield. This one will be J-Naps. Has a lot of control. Does get that flip in.
Oh my gosh!
Oh! G2 take the lead.
J-Naps getting over one defender and taking out the second. See ya, Toroko. And Dries slots it down low, bottom right.
This clears out.
That's game.
And this one's gonna roll. All the way in. No way. G2 have done it.
Look at the rookie here, heads up all the way downfield. Knows Rogue has to send the whole house in the kitchen sink and just rolls it down between the dotted lines.
And it's another dunk over first killer. Full field goal for Dries, who had massive shoes to fill with the departure of Rizzo, but he stands and delivers. G2 take down Rogue.
Oh my goodness. And they do it with a reverse sweep and end it on Champions Field. You couldn't write a better script for G2.
Wow. As dominant as Rogue came into this second series, G2 hit